The government doesn't see your charity as being for the animals. No, they see it as being about how saving them makes us, as humans, better people.
B.I.G. Charity Law Group. Email us at welcome@charitylawgroup.ca or give us a call at 416-488-5888.
Have you ever tried to get official charity status for your animal rescue and just hit a brick wall? Well, today we're going to break down exactly why the Canada Revenue Agency, the CRA, rejects so many of these applications, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it.
So, picture this. You've poured your heart, your soul, probably all of your savings into rescuing puppies or kittens or whatever animals you love, only to get that dreaded rejection letter from the government. You're just sitting there thinking, how hard can this possibly be? I'm saving animals. Turns out the answer is surprisingly complicated. So, what's the big holdup? Well, it all comes down to this really old-fashioned and, let's be honest, kind of strange legal philosophy. Because of centuries of British common law that Canada still uses, the government doesn't see your charity as being for the animals. No, they see it as being about how saving them makes us, as humans, better people.
Okay, let's really dig into this, because it is the key to everything. You think your work is for the animals. The law, however, thinks your work is an activity that elevates the human race by encouraging kindness. The animals themselves? They're almost a side effect. If this sounds completely backward to you, well, welcome to the wonderful, weird world of charity law. Look, understanding this philosophy is your first and, honestly, your most important step. Once you can kind of wrap your head around how the CRA sees the world, you can frame your application in a language they'll actually understand and approve. So here it is, the crucial point. Your charity has to be focused exclusively on helping animals that are demonstrably suffering. You can't just help animals in general. They have to be stray, injured, neglected, or abused. This is the legal gate you absolutely have to pass through.
And this, right here, is where so many people get tripped up. For instance, that bird feeder you put out for healthy, happy birds? The CRA says, nope, not charitable. What if you love a particular dog breed and want to promote it? They see that as helping breeders, not animals who are actually in need. And if you've got this massive personal collection of exotic pets, unless they were all genuinely rescued, that's a hobby, my friend, not a charity. So, how does this strange philosophy actually lead to rejections? Let's take a little tour of the most common pitfalls that trip people up. Think of this as your guide for what not to do. All right, the CRA is deeply, deeply suspicious of small, tightly knit groups, especially family-run operations. I mean, if your board of directors looks more like a family reunion photo, big alarm bells start going off for them. They're worried that the charity might just be a sneaky way to provide benefits to you and your relatives. This is what they call private benefit. And it can be super obvious, like board members getting to adopt expensive purebred animals for next to nothing, or it can be more subtle, like using the charity's van for personal errands. If it even looks like insiders are getting special treatment, your application is probably dead in the water. Now this slide gets at a really, really important distinction, the difference between what you do and what you believe. For example, you might be a super passionate vegan, but you can't register veganism as a charitable purpose. So your application can't say your purpose is to rescue cows because meat is murder. That's a philosophical stance. Instead, it has to say something like you rescue aging or injured cows from a farm. You see the difference? You have to focus on relieving the suffering of specific animals in need. That's what fits within the law. This slide shows another huge pitfall, and honestly, it's a tough one, when good intentions go horribly wrong. We're talking about hoarding. It's every rescuer's absolute worst nightmare. You may want to save every single animal out there, but if you take in so many that they end up living in filth, spreading disease, and suffering from neglect, the CRA is going to decide you're causing more harm than good. In that case, it doesn't matter how pure your intentions are, you are not providing a public benefit, period. And here are just a few more quick traps to watch out for. If you're mostly just hosting social events for animal lovers, that's a club, not a charity. If you don't have the right facilities or a relationship with a vet, you'll get rejected. And hey, while you can advocate for new laws, it can't be your main thing. The hands-on rescue work has to come first. Okay, enough doom and gloom, right? We've toured the graveyard of rejected applications. Now, let's talk about how to make sure yours actually succeeds. Believe it or not, there is a clear formula. You need to focus your application squarely on these proven, accepted charitable activities. Things like running a shelter for stray and abused animals, providing a sanctuary for animals that can't be adopted, Wildlife rehab, spay and neuter programs, these are all squarely within the CRA's definition of what a charity is. So here it is. This is your checklist for a successful application. First, you have to clearly define the need you're addressing. Why do these specific animals need help? Second, prove you have the expertise and the resources to actually help them. Third, make sure your board is independent and there's not even a hint of private benefit. Fourth, focus on your actions, not your personal beliefs. And finally, and this is a big one, document everything. This shows the CRA that you're a serious professional organization. So, after going through all of this complex and, at times, bizarre bureaucracy, what's the big takeaway here? It really all boils down to this. Your passion is what saves the animals, for sure. But understanding the rules of the game, that's what saves your charity. You absolutely need both to succeed. One without the other just isn't going to cut it. Look, it's a tough process, no doubt about it. But by understanding the rules and playing the game, you really can create a charity that will be around to help animals for years and years to come. So the real question is your passion strong enough to survive the paperwork?
Found this video helpful? Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips on building and managing your charity or nonprofit. Ready to take the next step in your journey? Book a free consultation today at charitylawgroup.ca. Thanks for watching. See you on our next video.